This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for September 16, 2023. And in the news this afternoon, a clergyman calls for hanging following slaying of St. Catherine family. Chairman of the 10,000 Men and a Family Movement, Bishop Rowan Edwards, says that drastic measures such as hanging are needed to tackle violent crime. Edwards made the call on Saturday during a visit to Waterloo in St. Catherine, where a couple and their son were killed earlier this month. I am one pastor who believes in hanging, although it might upset some of my colleagues in the clergy, he said. It can't be that these men committed such wicked acts where 3 family members died, one of whom was 5 months pregnant. I am saying once you are caught and found guilty, it cannot be that you just get imprisoned for taxpayers to pay for you, he continued. Edwards and the members of various churches visited the community on Saturday under the theme Waterloo for Jesus. The team marched to the house where the family lived and prayed for healing, restoration, and hope for the St. Catherine community. On September 5, the bodies of 43-year-old Omar Wellington, his 35-year-old wife Sharon Francis Wellington, who was pregnant, and their son, 16-year-old Innswood High School student Orlando Wellington, were found in their ransacked home in Waterloo. Man charged over gun seizure at a Manchester bar. A Manchester man has been charged in connection with the seizure of a gun during a snap raid at a bar in Mango Grove district in Bel Air. Construction worker 26-year-old Orrin Tomlin, who lives in the area, was charged with a possession of prohibited weapon. His court date is being finalized. Reports from the Mandeville police are that about 10:50 p.m. on Wednesday, September 13, a snap raid was carried out at the bar. During the operation, Tomlin was seen acting in a manner that aroused the suspicion of the lawmen, according to the police. He was accosted and searched. According to the police, a Pietro Beretta 9mm pistol was found inside a bag he was carrying. He was subsequently arrested and charged. American women each fined over $1 million for attempting to smuggle cocaine at airport. 2 American women were fined a total of over $2 million after they pleaded guilty this month in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court to drug trafficking charges. They are 23-year-old dancer Shamika Roberts and a 21-year-old teacher Dorinda Shaw. The women, who were represented by attorney at law Aisha Rob Cunningham, pleaded guilty on September 4 to possession of cocaine and attempting to export the cocaine. On September 15 last year, they were arrested at the Norman Manley International Airport. Police from the Narcotics Division conducted a search and found packages of cocaine strapped to their thighs and calves. The packages found on Roberts weighed 3 pounds 13 ounces, while Shaw had cocaine weighing 4 pounds 6 ounces. The women were in custody until this month, when they pleaded guilty, paid the fine, and left the island. It was reported that Shaw, who was pregnant when she was arrested, gave birth while in custody. Rob Cunningham, in making the plea for leniency, asked Parish Judge Leighton Morris to bear in mind that they were young and had no previous convictions. She also pointed out that Shaw had a newborn baby boy and described the women as lambs to the slaughter. Roberts was fined $1,030,000 and Shaw was fined $1,130,000. Over 2,000 pounds of ganja seized in St. Elizabeth police and military operation. The police are reporting that they have made a major dent in the drugs for gun trade in St. Elizabeth with the discovery of several acres of ganja weighing approximately 2,000 pounds. Further, the operation was supported by the Jamaica Defensive Force Air Wing, resulted in the seizure of approximately 100 pounds of compressed ganja that were concealed in 12 board huts. The operation was conducted on Friday in Slipe District and its surrounding communities in search of guns, drugs, and wanted men. Commanding officer for the parish, Acting Superintendent Coleridge Minto, emphasized the importance of community cooperation and urged the residents to remain calm as the security operations continue throughout the various sections of the parish. The commitment of the security forces to the safety and the well-being of the residents remains unwavering. This operation represents a significant step forward in addressing the critical issue of the drugs for gun trade, with a clear message that illegal activities will not be tolerated in St. Elizabeth. The security forces remain dedicated to ensuring the safety and the security of all residents, he said. PNP confirms that Mark Golding will lead a party into next election. President of the People's National Party, Mark Golding, is set to lead the party into the next general elections. Mr. Golding was unanimously ratified for a third consecutive term on day one of the People's National Party's 85th Anniversary National Conference. According to the PNP, a change in the Constitution in July mandated a 2-year term of office for the President and the Vice Presidents. Additionally, a resolution was moved which prohibits a leadership contest the year before a general election is constitutionally due. The PNP's private session continues today, with the conference culminating Sunday in a public session at the Kingston's National Arena. January 9 trial date set for 2 persons charged in connection with alleged airport drug trafficking operation. A January 9 trial date has been set for the Latvian national and a female security officer charged in March in connection with a suspected drug trafficking ring operating out of Norman Manley International Airport. Tarika Millwood, 32, and 30-year-old Richard Opinix, a customer service manager from Riga, Latvia, had their bail extended when they appeared in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court Friday. Ms. Millwood and Mr. Opinix were arrested and charged with a conspiracy to export 4.4 kilograms of cocaine to England. He is also charged with possession of, dealing in, and attempting to export cocaine. On Friday, his attorneys Peter Champagny and Richard Lynch pressed for an early trial date based on the sensitive immigration status of the Latvian national. The court insisted, however, that there should be another hearing date in November 2023 to ensure the relevant file is complete. Councillor complains about the distribution of NHF drain cleaning funds. Chairman of the St. Catherine Public Health and Sanitation Committee, Councillor Sidney Rose, is making a case for the National Health Fund to disburse the funds allocated for island-wide drain cleaning directly to municipal corporations. The Health Ministry has allocated a portion of $200 million for the removal of bulky waste and the drain cleaning as part of its response to the surge in dengue cases. But Mr. Rose argues that municipal corporations are responsible for most of the drains in the country, and as such, the money should go directly to them and not through members of parliament.
So I think if this administration wants to be more proactive and constructive, they would have channeled these monies to the municipal corporations, because we have the drains. The MP don't know some of them, they don't even know some areas of the constituency. So I think we ought to be, as a local board of health, treated with some regards and some respect, and those monies channeled to us for us to execute those works. So I'm calling on the minister to sit with us, to speak with us, and see how best we can treat with this outbreak of dengue, because it can only get worse.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.